Steve, how about the second-year receiver, Emeka Egbuka, making this catch in OTAs?
That's amazing. And then to get off, to catch the ball, keep his balance, and then take off and finish it the right way. Finish it like it's a game. And then you got a wide receiver down there blocking as well. Man, that's the end game. That's what you want to have from young guys practicing.
Kid is really good, and obviously they'll look for him to step up this year with Mike Evans now on his way. All right, Steve Smith Sr. in here with us. We're looking forward to this hopefully being the first of many times. And Dan Graziano, we have big wide receiver news, or at least we have had it.
There will be.
We are waiting on it, and we are expecting it. What are we waiting here on with A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown still expected to be traded from the Eagles to the New England Patriots as early as next week. They have to wait until after June 1st, which is Monday, to do the deal for salary cap purposes. Once June 1st comes and goes, the expectation is that A.J. Brown will be dealt and that the Patriots are still the most likely landing spot. A.J. has not been around the Eagles and OTAs. I think there's definitely a feeling around that place as if they're moving on without him.
So it begets a lot of questions. And the first one for you, Steve Smith Sr., is this.
Yeah.
Is Devontae Smith ready to become a number one receiver in the absence of A.J. Brown?
Yeah, of course he is. He's been waiting and biting, chomping at the bit for his opportunity. A.J. Brown is an alpha, and I would say he's 1A. Devontae Smith is 1B. And then when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and why they are doing all of the things at the wide receiver, they are setting the stage, understanding that A.J. Brown will not be there.
Right.
Devontae Smith, he's the number one wide receiver. He's been waiting for that opportunity. He runs great routes. They move him all over the field. Now with the new offensive coordinator who was with the Miami Dolphins for 7 years, that's also a Mike McDaniels / Sean McVay / Kyle Shanahan, that offense. So they're going to move him around, and he's going to shine and show you that he's a hell of a wide receiver.
So what should we expect it to look like? That offense has morphed into so many different things over the years. Give me a rough idea. What should we expect this offense to look like without A.J. Brown?
Well, this offense is going to look like it's going to be more spread. It's obviously going to work across the middle. That's something that obviously Jalen Hurts has not done well, but he has to do it because this offense is going to be created. And look who they got. Devontae Smith, Smith is going to work outside.
Right.
Mekhi Lemon, where's he going to work?
Inside.
He's going to work himself in the middle. And then, obviously, Dallas Goedert, he needs to get more opportunities. He's been hurt, but he's available. He's also, had some issues going on with lack of receptions. So this year, for me, I believe is the get right. This is where they're going to get right, or they're going to have to make a decision on Jalen Hurts. Is this a Carson Wentz kind of situation where we like you so much, we drafted a second-round pick, now we're ready for him to step up?
I mean, Dan, I feel like I've had a lot of people come through here, and this is really striking a chord with me, suggesting that there is some make-or-break element to this season for Jalen Hurts, despite all the games he's won and the Super Bowl trophy that he's got.
There's $22 million in guarantees for 2027 in his contract. So normally in the past, you would say that probably locks a guy in, but things have changed with how teams operate in terms of their cash spend and their cap spend. The Eagles were at the forefront of this. They traded Carson Wentz when the dead money number was still massive. It wouldn't look that massive now that Russell Wilson's dead money was $80 million and Tua's $99. But so if it went badly this year and there's no contract extension done in the meantime, you could absolutely see a situation where the Eagles would be at least talking about moving off of Jalen Hurts. What we've heard so far this offseason about, potentially his role in the struggles that the offense had last year, there's a lot of new to this offense. A lot of stuff Jalen Hurts and the rest of the Eagles have not been doing on offense. They have 3 or 4 months to pick this up and master it. If it goes badly, I do think the Eagles are kind of an organization where change is not off the table.
Well, I've been told that he has been working on some things. He's coming to the office and said, hey, Coach, what do I need to work on? So Jalen Hurts gets a lot of flack because he's a winning quarterback, and people expect a lot more out of him and be more well-rounded and obviously throwing in the middle of the field. But I'm telling you, he can play football, and I think acquiring this new offensive coordinator is going to give him a little bit of sense to challenge him. And then also, reading the tea leaves, the Philadelphia Eagles have always been a team that builds from the inside out. Yeah. They always get ahead of the trend. It becomes a problem. And now I think they're going in that direction, and the writing is on the wall. We need our quarterback to be more efficient and less risk averse. He loves to protect the football, but sometimes he's protected football so much that it has crippled the offense.
Okay, fascinating. So we got much more on them to go. Let me give you something on Minnesota here. Justin Jefferson, who, in the opinion of many, is the best receiver in the entire National Football League. He saw a huge dip in his numbers last year. Now, those numbers would look really good for most humans, but Justin Jefferson is not most humans, and all of this can be attributed to the struggles they had at quarterback last year. So, Graziano, as they bring in Kyler Murray, what is the sense you get of that quarterback competition and how it will impact their star receiver?
The expectation around the league is that Murray will win the job. He's got the experience. He's got a higher level of athleticism that they think can benefit the offense. The Minnesota Vikings are not giving up on J.J. McCarthy. There is still some hope in that organization that the light comes on, that maybe even McCarthy could beat Kyler Murray out for the job. We remember how bad McCarthy was last year. For some reason, we forget about Kyler Murray, who got hurt and then lost his job to Jacoby Brissett. Kyler Murray's not exactly a finished product that they can just plug and play here. He's got to show them something, too. And he's not signed beyond this year, so they're not committed to him beyond this year. This could still go a number of different ways. Justin Jefferson knows there's a veteran in the room that's had success in the NFL, and that matters in terms of acknowledging what went on last year and it not being good enough.
What do you think, Steve? What do you expect from Kyler Murray?
God bless him. Justin Jefferson probably needs to read that book that A.J. Brown was using on the sideline. I don't see a chance. And in fact, J.J. McCarthy, you know who could beat J.J. McCarthy? Anybody with a heartbeat. And Kyler Murray, good luck. I hope things improve for him. I hope he stays off the Call of Duty and start getting his playbook.
The Justin Jefferson of it all. I work with Randy Moss on Sundays, and he was very complimentary of how Justin Jefferson never lost his cool last year, didn't show up as quarterback, the body language, all that sort of thing. You're a wide receiver. How challenging is that?
Super challenging. It's going to be, and then to have it possibly 2 years in a row, it's going to be challenging. He's going to need to use all of the things that you need to calm yourself, meditating, yoga, right? Hot yoga, cold yoga, yoga mat, everything. Infrared sauna, infrared mat sauna. He's going to need all of that stuff to be able to get rid of the anxiety and the inflammation of I don't know what the hell is going on at quarterback that he's going to need.
All right, so there's one vote for not completely confident in what they've brought in. Steve Smith Sr. with us all morning long. Meanwhile, let's go back to the NBA in just a moment. What exactly went wrong for